Good morning, friends. I am Dr. Nitish Kumar Mishra, Assistant Professor of English, Nagarjun Umesh Sanskrit College, Tarun. Today, I teach you the poem Home Thoughts from Abroad, written by Robert Browning. Do you know about Robert Browning? Undoubtedly, among Victorian poets, Robert Browning has his own distinctive charm, even though he did not have tension mastery of meters and rhymes. Of his wide range of interest, his poetry, however, shines by the virtue of his intellectual ability, dramatic power, and talent, and his special interest in the lives of complex individuals such as painters, medieval lords, scholars, even crazy individuals and murderers. Moreover, Browning's poetical career may be conveniently divided into four phases. The first phase covers half a dozen years, that means 1833 to 1840. During this phase, Browning was experimenting and making tentative effort to know his own mind and discover his true. In the very beginning, Browning was a serious admirer of Shelley. In his early poems like Pauline, published in 1833, Parcellus, 1835, Stratford, a verse tragedy, and Sardello, both are published in 1840, constitute his juvenile youth. In these poems, Browning seems to be echoing Shelley or exploring the life of a great individual. In fact, Browning married in 1850. Browning marries in 1850. In 1850 was a turning point in his poetic career, and a poem called Christmas Eve and Castard 1850 was appreciated verse much for its exploration of doubt and faith. Though he was much more influenced by Wyndham in the true sense of term, but he chose deliberately to echo Shelley. Okay? From 1841 to 1846, Browning's work was published as pamphlets in a series bearing the general title Bells and Pomegranates. Many of Browning's best known poems dated from this early period. Porphyria's Lover and Johnson's Agricola had already appeared in the monthly repository in 1836 and were reprinted in dramatic lyrics along with My Last Duchess. My Last Duchess is very interesting poem. Soliloquy of Spanish Colester and the Pied of Hamelian. Dramatic romance included how they brought the good news from Jane to X. Home Thoughts from Abroad, this poem. By this time, Browning had discovered the form best suited to his genius, the dramatic monologue, which enabled him to explore the deepest essence of his characters' minds. His theatrical experience allowed him to develop his thought, and it gave Browning the freedom to explore the human psyche without becoming too directly personal. Okay? In this poem, Browning puts himself in the position of one who has been away from home and is missing it dearly. And what Browning himself feels in abroad about home, he feels homesickness. Home thoughts from abroad celebrate the everyday and the domestic, taking the form of a short lyrics. At this point in his career, Browning had spent quite a bit of time in Italy, so perhaps the longing for England has a bit of biographical urgency attached to it. The poem describes a typical springtime scene in the English countryside with birds singing and flowers blooming. Browning tried to make the ordinary magical as he described the thru's ability to recreate his transcendental song over and over. Except for poem's rhyme scheme and number of lines, it resembles an inverted sonnet. It divided into two sections, each of which is characterized by its own tone. The first, shorter stanza, establishes the emotional tenor of the poem. The speaker longs for his home. The section contains two 3-meter lines followed by two 3-meter lines, three pentameter lines, and one final 3-meter lines. It rhymes scheme A B C C D D. Always remember the rhyme scheme A B C C D D. The second section is longer and consists almost entirely of pentameter lines, share of the 8 lines, which is tetrameter lines. It rhymes A B C D D E F. In next class, I talk to you about a rhyme scheme and meter. Okay, and here this seeming simple title poem reacts in quite complex ways to both romanticism and the development of the British Empire. Perhaps some things are best appreciated from abroad. Perhaps some emotions are felt more actually away from home. And perhaps, as this light poem implies, it is only away from home that one can create serious domestic poetry. Always think when you are at home, you cannot feel the importance of home. What when you live in abroad or far from home, then you feel the touching emotion of home, and then you can difference about between home and abroad, family and other people. In this poem, Browning in abroad, perhaps in Italy, and he feel homesickness. So he write this poem and put her emotions, how he feel in abroad. Okay, thank you very much.